Hi, it's day 3 of your at-home mini retreat to reboot and recharge. Welcome back. We've been keeping it short and sweet this week with 20-minute practices to get in your yoga practice and a brief meditation. We'll do the same thing today as we start to enliven the body a little bit more and bring better balance to your mind. For today's practice, have a blanket handy. A towel works just as well. Optional, you may want 2 blocks or something similar like books or sturdy water bottles. So come to take a seat. You can find a cross-legged position. Sit up on the edge of the blanket. You may sit kneeling if that's better, or even begin our practice in a chair. Once you found your seat of choice, bring your hands to your thighs. Allow your eyes to fall on a spot ahead of you, or close your eyes all the way. Begin to sense your body. Feel the edges of your feet on the floor. Sit a little bit taller. Press your seat down into the blanket. Lengthen your spine. Reach the top of your head toward the ceiling. Soften your shoulders. Begin to relax your posture as you keep your height. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Begin to set your breath. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out through your nose. Continue to breathe on your own. And set the intention to awaken your body today. To use each breath in as a way to re-energize, revitalize. And each exhale to let go what no longer serves you at this moment. Take a breath in. Exhale completely. Start to open your eyes if they're closed. And then bring your hands out to your knees. And we'll start to take some big circles. So shift your body over to one side, then dive your chest forward over your legs. Start to roll back on your pelvis as you make your circle even bigger. And then continue this movement. Dive your chest forward, move out to the side, roll back. You're going to start to rock back and forth on your pelvis and left to right on your pelvis as you make these big circles. And then switch directions the next time you come forward. Start to make big circles the other way. This movement helps to warm up your hips, your low back, your side body. You might notice that the second direction you're making circles in might not feel as smooth as the first side. No worries there. Have fun with it. And then come back into stillness and set up into tabletop pose, hands and knees. Take your blanket, if you're using it, roll it across your mat. Set your knees hip distance apart on the blanket. Place your hands directly under your shoulders. Let your heels hide right behind your knees. Ground your palms firmly into the floor. Then inhale, cow pose. Draw your chest through your arms as you lift your tailbone and look up. Exhale, cat pose. Round your spine. Pull your pubic bone toward your thumbs and look between your thighs. Inhale, cow pose, lift your tailbone, draw your chest through your arms, look up into a back bend. Exhale, cat pose, round your spine. Press the floor away. Inhale, cow pose, your level of back bend, which may be deeper than mine. Exhale, cat pose, round your spine. We'll stick with this movement, or you can add on with me. Inhale, cow pose, come into a back bend. If you're coming with me, exhale, cat to child's pose. Round your spine, sit back towards your heels any amount. Inhale, stand on your knees, reach your arms overhead, turn your palms to face one another. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, cow pose, back bend, draw your chest forward. Exhale, cat to child's pose, round your spine, sit back on your heels. Inhale, stand on your knees, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat to child, sit back on your heels. Inhale, stand on your knees, extend your arms up. Exhale, hands down. Move with your breath. Inhale, cow pose, back bend. Exhale, cat to child, sit back. Inhale, stand tall. You've got it now. Find the rhythm. Exhale, hands down. One more. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat to child's. Inhale, stand on your knees. Exhale, hands to heart center this time. Take a pause here. Notice the expression on your face. Notice how you feel in your body at this moment after a few rounds of breath and a few rounds of movement. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step your left foot between your hands, setting up for a low lunge. Stack your left knee right over your ankle. Stay on your fingertips or place your hands on your blocks. The choice is yours. Keep your back knee down for stability or build additional strength. Curl your back toes under, float your right knee up off the floor and straighten your back leg. Decide where you want to practice. Be comfortable with your decision. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Extend your fingertips to the ceiling. Start to draw your low belly in as you breathe. And then shift your pelvis forward as you stay tall. Stay just as you are, or inhale, look up to the ceiling, find a back bend, reach up and back. Breathe right here. Allow the corners of your mouth to start to lift. Inhale, return your gaze forward. Exhale, bring your hands down to your blocks or the floor. With your right hand right underneath your right shoulder, inhale, look forward. Your back knee can be up or down, your choice. Exhale, revolve low lunge. Extend your left arm up to the ceiling and twist. Press your right hand and left foot down. Take your gaze to the floor for balance or up to your left thumb for a challenge. Continue to open up through your upper back with each breath out. Breathe in. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Everyone, curl your back toes under, lift your back knee up. Inhale, lunge, bring your hands to your waist. Exhale, spin your back foot flat. Turn all 10 toes to face the long edge of your mat. Readjust your feet if you need to. Let the edges of your feet be parallel with the short edges of your mat. With your hands on your waist, inhale, gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Fold forward with a flat back. You can add your hands to blocks or a chair. Bend your knees if you'd like, or place your hands down on the ground. If you find your palms on the floor, start to walk your hands in between your feet. And wherever you are, press your feet down. Lift your hips up toward the ceiling. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale there. While you're here, you can readjust your blanket towards your left foot instead. And then walk your hands around to the back of your mat. Let your right toes face the back of the mat, setting up for a lunge in the opposite side. Decide if you want to keep your left knee lifted or drop your left knee down to the ground. Keep your hands on fingertips or add them to blocks. Or inhale, low lunge, reach your arms up and overhead as you gaze forward. Stay tall where you are. To build balance as you breathe, press the top of your left foot down or continue to straighten your back leg if the knee is lifted. Stay steady or inhale, send your gaze to your fingertips. Reach up and back into a back bend. Breathe where you are. Press your right foot down for balance. Inhale, return your gaze forward. Exhale, bring your hands down to your blocks or the floor. Your back knee can stay down on the ground or curl your back toes under and lift your left knee up. Press your left hand down right under your shoulder. Inhale, look forward, stay long through your spine. Exhale, low lunge twist. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Send your gaze straight to the floor or look up towards your top palm. Allow your pelvis to stay relatively level as you exhale and open more into the twist. Draw your low belly in. On the next exhale, twist more. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Everyone lift your back knee up. Inhale, high lunge. Bring your hands to your waist. Exhale, turn all 10 toes to the long edge of your mat with both feet flat on the floor. Inhale your arms out into a T. Gaze down. If your big toes are turned out, turn them straight ahead towards the long edge. On the next exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, draw through your arms, look up. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. With your legs straight or a slight bend in your knees, fold forward over your legs. If you'd like to place your hands down for support, please do. Otherwise, drop your arms up and overhead as you fold forward. Sense the weight in your feet. Equal the weight between the front and back of each foot. Then press down as you straighten your legs. Keep your eyes steady on one spot as we focused on earlier this week. With your legs straight or give your legs a soft bend. Drop your hands down to the floor. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold your blanket in half. Take it over to the side for now. Inhale, walk your hands forward, left toes to the front of the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. To come to down dog, place your hands shoulder distance apart. Step your feet back hip distance apart and lift your hips up to the ceiling. You'll feel like an upside down V. Press firmly into your hands to straighten your arms and lengthen your back. Leave a bend in your knees to lengthen your back. Or start to work your legs towards straight, which may mean they're still slightly bent as you reach your heels toward the floor. Wherever you are, look right between your thighs and breathe. Breath in. Exhale, lower down to your knees. And then everyone, grab your blanket if you want some padding for your knees, your choice. Come to stand on your knees. Place your knees hip distance apart. Bring your hands to your low back and turn your fingertips down. If your feet are tight, feel free to curl your toes under. Press your heels back to stretch the bottom of your foot. Then inhale, lift your belly button in and up as you look up. Exhale, camel pose. Continue to lift your chest as you roll back and gaze straight up to the ceiling. Let your hips stay right over your knees. Breathe where you are. Keep your gaze steady. If you'd like more of a back bend, reach your hands down towards your heels. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, sit back on your heels. You can stay seated on your heels or swing your legs down, around, in front and take a cross-legged position. Settle yourself and take a breath in. Notice how you feel. And then send the breath out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Extend your legs out long. Flex your feet. Inhale your arms up and overhead. You can add a bend to your knees if you'd like. Exhale, forward fold. Extend your torso out and over your legs. Bring your hands to your thighs, calves. If your big toes are close, grab your big toes with your first two fingers. Wherever you are, inhale, halfway lift. Keep your spine long. And then exhale, fold over your legs. If your low back's rounding, feel free to bend your knees a little bit or stay lifted higher. With each breath, use the inhale to lengthen your chest down over your legs. And then on the exhale, potentially fold a little more. Inhale for length. And then exhale, be curious if you have more space. Allow the backs of the legs to wake up. As you stay patient and curious and explore where you may go over the next few breaths. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, come all the way up. Take a seated position. You can sit up on a blanket cross-legged. You're welcome to kneel or even come seated in a chair if that's how you began today. So yesterday we worked breath of fire. We're going to continue that today. If you're new to this practice of taking puffs of air out your nose and allowing the inhale to passively happen on its own, you can keep one hand on your belly. As you puff the air out your nose, your belly button's going to snap back to your spine. So stay as we did yesterday, one hand on your belly, the other hand on your thigh. Or join me in Eagle Eradicator. Reach your arms up toward the ceiling in a V. Turn your fingertips down, allow the pads of your fingers to touch your hands, and then radical thumbs. We'll begin together a normal round of breath in and breathe out. Inhale halfway. Exhale, begin. Breathe out through your nose. As you continue with each exhale, let the belly button snap back toward your spine. It's a gentle pumping motion. So it'd be great to get the digestive organs going, especially if you do this after the day after Thanksgiving, not right after a meal, and continue. Continue to stick with your own pace, allowing it to be rhythmic, doing the best you can and having a little fun with it. Steady gaze. "30 more seconds, you got this." Exhale completely. Inhale, take the arms overhead, bring your thumbs to touch. Pause the breath. Exhale. Open up your palms, allow your hands to float down. Bring your hands to your thighs, allow your eyes to close. settle into yourself. We'll stay here in silence for a few moments. Continue to sit for as long as you'd like. You may also shift to traditional Shavasana. Lay flat down on your back and rest for 5 minutes. Thanks for joining me today. The light in me sees, honors, and respects the light in each one of you. Namaste. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.